What's up everybody, Jesse197 here, welcome back to another achievement video. Today's game is Amanda the Adventurer. It's a really fun game to better explain what this game basically is. Think about Dora the Explorer, but if she was in a horror game. That's pretty much an easier way to explain it, but there's a lot more depth to this. And here we are going to basically speed run the game. We ain't going to actually be able to play it in full, and there's reasons why you'll see them as we play in here. What happens, because this game just came out on all the consoles, so it's on Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo Switch, and it's not yet completed. And I'm going to show that if you actually want to watch the outro or just click on the outro and down below in the description, it's also during this as you watch going through to get all the achievements. So there's also that. So they're in multiple parts of this. So once the game finally loads up, you can press start. You can skip the note. It's just basically you trying to figure out the lore while you're in the attic from your Aunt Kate. If you actually look at the lore tapes that are hidden tapes in this game that we will show you how to unlock them, it's basically a librarian. So once you are in the actual attic, just turn around to your left. Right near boxes, you'll be able to find a pot. This pot has a little symbol on it. Every single pot has a symbol. Every pot is different and the symbols help you. So bring this all the way down to the right of the TV where you see a little puddle. Put it in the puddle and just wait a little bit for it to grow. Once it grows, turn around and give it to the doll. The doll will thank you. I just waited for the text. You can just do it instantly, so you can just do a 360 spin and then you'll get the prize of one of the first tapes. How you unlock these tapes, it doesn't matter because you're still going to get the amount of tapes. So say you did this one third, you'll get the third tape. So since we did this first, we get the first tape. After you get the tape, you can just place it down. Don't need to watch it. Just go all the way to the toolbox, which is basically the left side of the main chest until we worry about the very end. The password is guts. So you're supposed to get an achievement by unlocking this, but the only way to unlock the achievement is by doing one of the tapes first, because you have to watch that tape in full. And then once you unlock that, you'll unlock. So I'm only doing this now because it has scissors, and you want to pick those scissors up and cut the doll's head off because we do not need it anymore. And by doing that, there's batteries in her neck. Take those out, go to the little robot and open them up and put the batteries in there. You do not need to worry about the robot anymore. Once you do the batteries in a robot, go to the safe. The password is 826. Now, like I said, with the pots that have certain symbols, there's a piece of paper you could put on the wall if you really want to. You don't necessarily have to, but it's optional. And there's also a button which will allow you to pause the tapes. You just put that button into the TV, and now you're able to play the first tape, and the tape will start playing, and you'll be greeted with Amanda and her best friend, Wooly.
Hi, I'm Amanda.
And I'm Wooly.
Today we're going to make an apple pie.
My favorite is peach pie.
What's
So
your
she'll
favorite
ask
kind
you
of pie?
what type of pie. This doesn't matter, whatever one you pick, it's totally fine. You can pick one that will make her say, ooh, that sounds good, or a terrible one, like say, if Wooly's name or mutton was on there, there'll be like a scary reaction of Wooly. But the correct answer, once she asks you how are we gonna cut the apples, is a knife.
We can use a sharp knife.
I don't think we're supposed to do that by ourselves.
It's always good to be brave when you're by yourself. Look, I'm a pirate. Ha ha.
That doesn't seem safe.
Okay, Willie, let's cut the apple. That was hard. We have almost everything we need to make our pie. We just need some sugar. Do you know where we keep the sugar? Is it in the pantry, the refrigerator, or the sink?
Now, the correct answer here is cabinets, aka the pantry, above the sink. You can fuck with her and keep pressing other things. It will make you force yourself to click the pantry if you do, but it's just a little fun, a goof and a gaff to make her pissed off. That's what we're all here for, basically, pissing her off. It's a fun thing in the game. It's just to piss this girl off.
We should always ask a parent to help.
I'm not sure where they are right now. We're on our own, Willie. First, preheat the oven to 425 degrees. Then, put the apples into the pie tin. Now, put it in the oven and bake it for 40 minutes.
If you have it like me, you'll see that the tape, you hear it fall off, but you still get this weird thing saying that it's still playing. This is a glitch. If you do have this glitch, do the pie first before you get off into the title screen and go back into the game. So before we put the apple in the pie, we are going to grab the peach. You just basically go to the right as you're turning towards the oven. That little path where those 3 bins are, just go to the right there, and you'll see a peach right at the end of the path. Grab it and then put it into the tray, and you don't need any settings on the oven. You could just put it in and close the lid, and the achievement will unlock and give you a special tape. Now you're going to put the apple in the tray, put it in the oven, and if you paid attention to Amanda, the settings are 40 minutes on 425 degrees, and you'll get the other tape. But since I have a glitch, I have to go to the title screen. So if you have it glitched as well, you also have to do this. Don't worry, because you do not need to do the oven again. The tape will just be there right next to the TV, and you'll be able to play that in full.
Hi, friends. I'm Amanda.
And I'm Wooly.
What do you like best about your neighborhood? That's great! I like that there are so many friends in my neighborhood. Today, I want to send something special to my friend. First, I need to go to the store to buy them a card. Do you know
The correct
where the
answer in
store
here,
is?
you are going to go to the corner store. You're going to go to the convenience store, and once you go to the convenience store, she's going to ask you pick a card to help her friend. It is the middle card, aka the green section. Again, you can also still mess with her. It's completely fine. Messing with her, again, one of the best things in this game.
Great! I found the perfect card! Time for the next errand! When friends do nice things, it's important to thank them. I want to get my friend a special treat.
Can I have a special treat?
I want to get my friend a special treat. Where can I buy a treat for my friend? Good job! Let's go get that treat!
Now, once you go into the bakery, she is going to want cookies, so unless you want to still fuck with her, pick the cookies if you just want to speed run through this.
Buy my friend some cookies. Can you show me where the cookies are? Those look so tasty! We just have one more stop in the neighborhood. The package is ready for my friend. They live pretty far from me, so we need to mail it.
Wow, it's getting late. Most of the stores are closed. We probably can't send that now.
I have to send this to my friend. It's time to go to the post office. Let's send this package to my friend.
Man, no one gives a fuck about my goddamn rewards. Get the fuck out of here. You're ruining my goddamn gameplay.
Can you help me?
We can come back tomorrow. You don't have to send that now.
No, I have to send this to my friend. Help me. Who does the package?
Now, she's gonna ask you what her friend's name is. They ain't going to give it to you, so just keep pressing it until she forces you the word Kate, aka the only option you can pick. And this time, it won't mess with you, but in case it still does, it's the same concept. If it glitches, you have to go to the title screen, but before you do, unlock the other one first. So once the tape is over, turn around and now you have a piano. To play the piano, it is C, B, F. Those are your keys. The next tape will pop out and you'll just put it into the TV.
Oh, it's you. Whatever you do, don't...
Man, Amanda's such a bitch. That's why we messed with her in here. Because, I mean, look at that face. That's some bitchy face right there.
An accident is when something bad happens, but it's not anybody's fault. Accidents can happen in your house, at school, at the playground. You can get hurt almost everywhere. At 3:45 this afternoon, we were playing and Wooly tripped and fell.
Now, I kind of paused it here, but only because I thought it was going to be right behind me. But since I'm doing this now, you can do these 2 clocks first before we do the other ones. I'll just repeat it just in case. There will be 3 clocks you'll have to mess with and then a grandfather clock. But the one I'm going with is all the way to the wall. The time you want to put this clock on is 6:20. And then we're going to go to the digital clock right behind the robot, and the time is 10:50. All these will be in the tape as you paid attention, but it will be 22:50, but that's more, I believe it's called the army time. So if we use our own time, it's 10:50. But you're just going to have to play with the minutes again when this tape ends, just for them to correct again. So you can set them up, but you still have to go back again, but that's just basically to mess with them for now. So we're going to go back to the tape now.
I didn't
Where on Wooly does it look
The
like
correct
he got
answer
hurt?
is knee. You can say any other one if you want to fuck with her again as well. Completely fine. I mean, she did this to Wooly, so she deserves everything. But she's going to ask who is going to help people when they're hurt. Do not click father, sister, or doctor.
You're
Click
probably
nobody. And you'll
right.
get a funny achievement, a sad truth, walk it off. Because only a true Chad gamer will be able to get hurt and keep
Which
moving
room
along.
should we go into to find the right doctor to help Wooly?
Now, once you go into the doors, you see me fucking around with it, but the correct answer is the door in the middle with the broken bones.
Amanda, this really hurts. When is the doctor going
The doctor isn't here right now. Let's see how we can help Wooly. Which tool can we use to check Wooly's injury? The heart monitor, the x-ray machine, or the scale?
Now, the correct answer here is the last answer, which is the X-ray.
We can look at Wooly's bones.
The tape will end, and just like I said with the time, you are gonna have to basically fuck with the time again. So basically, you can just click the minutes or hour, and then it will start blinking for the digital alarm clock, and the other ones will start spinning. But for the clock in the middle, the time that you want it on is 3:45. Every clock is going to say 5:15. That's a dead giveaway, but go to the bulletin board first because you're going to need this hand that is on some article about some guy missing. In the lore, this is basically your dad, your adopted dad, by the way, not biological. If you play the game, you would know. You have to go towards the grandfather clock and put the hand on it, and you have to put the time as 5:15. Now, you do not have to take that tape. That tape is completely irrelevant. You do not need to watch it. If you already had this lock and didn't have the glitch, just pick up that tape inside the toolbox. But in case you didn't, go into the toolbox again and just re-unlock it to get that tape. And we're going to now watch the tape that makes us go to the farm.
Hi, friends. I'm Amanda.
And I'm Wooly. Bah.
Wooly just made an animal sound. He said bah because he is a sheep. Can you make a sound like a sheep? That's great! You sound just like Wooly.
Wow, yeah. You sound just like me.
Now you kind of see a little time skip here where I paused it, but that's only because of the fact that there's a weather machine. Every time there's a weather thing like this, it pops up. Every time when you do, you want to pause the TV, turn around, and play with the weather machine that is on the table. But we will talk about that later on in the game. We are going to just play this randomly so we can kill ourselves with Amanda. You could do that with the other tape, but the only reason why we're doing with this one is because of the fact that they give us a secret lore tape, so we can get this one out the way.
Sounds like the animals on the signs. Are you ready? A goat says, meh, meh. A chicken says, a pig says, oink. Fun! Animals make funny sounds. Do you have a family? Animals have families too. Let's go see one of the animal families. I want to see the chickens. Can you show me where the chickens are?
So we're going to go to the chickens, and once we go to the chickens, he'll be talking about daddy chickens. What you're going to have to do is get the answer wrong twice. Do not click rooster. But the first time when you do this, there's going to be another weather alarm. You're going to do the weather machine. You're going to have to get it wrong once just for this to pop up. But to get the correct answer for the lore tape, or aka this achievement, you're going to need to get it wrong twice. So once you get it wrong twice, there will be an answer. It's called Sam. Like I said in the beginning, that is her adopted father. So once you click on that, the achievement will pop up, and then she will also give a weird reaction towards it, which is pretty funny.
Wait, what did you say? How do you... Where should we go next? I think it's time to visit the sheep. Can you tell me where we can find the sheep?
So once you go towards the sheeps, you'll see Wooly just basically being a sheep now. He completely converted to his own animal instincts. He is no longer a Brian Griffin clone. Sad to see that, buddy.
Hi, little kitten. Where is your family? It looks like this kitten is all by herself.
So this is where we're going to kill ourselves. So when she asks you about the lonely kitten, say that the kitten is alone. When she asks you, should we help him? Do not click yes, always click no. You can also click and because those are also meaning no, because she needs a clear yes.
Please help the lonely kitten. Won't you help the lonely kitten?
Once she stops asking, she's going to go into a mental breakdown, which is one of the famous scenes that you've seen people play this during 2023 with the big reaction.
The lonely kitten!
Once she kills you, you go back to the title screen and you just go back into the game. And now we're going to do the other ending. So first we're going to put in the first tape, which is the kitchen tape. The kitchen tape, in case you didn't glitch it, so the kitchen tape will have these fast forwards if you press RT. But if you are like me and got it glitched, you're gonna have to replay it again in full. Well, if you do the skipping thing, they'll give you options to click on the words and what object is the correct one. So there'll be a little area where you pause the TV where she has the knife in her hand. You have to pause it right there or else it won't work. Go towards the oven and put it on the max setting. Then when you turn back to the TV, you'll see the kitchen up in flames as the little girl and Wooly scream because of a fire because they're about to die, which is completely hilarious. And I have a dark sense of humor. The tape will end, and before you go towards the oven, go to the right where that puddle is and grab the mushroom and put it onto the plate. Now grab the cheese. You will go all the way to that same toolbox where you unlock it with guts. Put the cheese on the mousetrap and just turn around like you did with the doll, and the rat will come and kill itself trying to get the cheese. It was not Jerry Mouse because it was not smart enough for the trap. Pick up the rat and put it onto the plate. And now you are going to the main cabinet area to grab the pot with the moon crescent shape, which is in the bottom left cubby, the last pot. You kind of see me mess up a little bit because I just needed to double check, but it's the last pot that is all the way in the back of the cubby. Once you click that, go towards the puddle until it grows. Pick up the pot and put it back onto the plate. Put it in the oven. The settings are 50 minutes and 525 degrees. You kind of see me messed up here, but that's only because I was thinking of something that would happen later on in this video. So once you get that right, you'll get the other tape in your neighborhood. This is part 2 of it. You'll put it in, and now if you see it a little bit differently, there's more bodies on the ground, and there's also a meat store. But it plays the same thing as full,
Hi
so it's the
there.
same thing
I'm
that you do is
Amanda.
go to the
And I'm
24/7
Wooly.
store.
Amanda, maybe some of our friends can come back to the neighborhood?
That's great! I like that there are so many friends in my neighborhood. Today, I want to send something special to my friend. First, I need to go to the store to buy them a card. Do you know where the store is? Good job! Let's go to the store! Let's
Once
pick
you
out
get
a
here,
card.
pause it. Now it's funny because I paused it right where she was about to say something bad happens on that screen, so that's kind of hilarious. But go towards the piano. You are going to click the keys FACADE, aka facade. Once you click FACADE, the secret tape will come out. So now we have all the secret tapes, so we don't have to worry about those anymore. Go back to the TV and basically try to click a card. Don't worry about it because you're not getting the right answer, but the right answer is going to be the middle, which is the yellow
What kind of
birthday
card should
cards.
I send them? That's not the right card. I don't think we want this.
I think Amanda is confused. Shh, here's a secret. It's my birthday. Maybe we can help her out.
Are you sure that's right? I
It
don't.
looks like it. I bet your friend is really going to love this card.
My friend is. My friend. My friend is having a birthday! I want to get my friend a special treat. Where can I buy a treat for my friend? Oh, I know! Let's get them some nice candy. Do you know where the
Now you're going
candy
to click
store
on the
is?
candy store, but don't
We
worry
don't have
because you're not going in
anything
there.
we
It's going to
need.
buffer and make sure every single store
Great!
is meat, so you
Why
just have to
did you
keep
do
clicking the
that?
meat one until they force
Oh, I
themselves to
can't
go
find the
inside it.
candy
You can also
store.
see her funny little reaction
Where
about
to
not wanting
go?
to go in there
Where
because she
else
has no
is there?
control. So, haha, little
Don't
bitch, that's
do
what you get for
that!
hurting Wooly.
I don't want to go there! I said I don't want to go in there! No! Why is this happening? No! Why can't I stop it?
This isn't the candy store.
There is nothing here that I want.
Maybe you can take us.
That's where she gets her little depressing puppy dog eyes because she can't get to the candy store. Just pick on any meat. Do not click on the cleaver. She's just going to repeat herself because she's angry.
Oh, Amanda, that's a nice birthday card. Do you want to give it?
Now you can keep on clicking other names, but make sure to click Wooly. I did it on a different playthrough to see if it was gonna give out anybody besides Wooly, because if you did play it on a PC version, there's other names like you can click Amanda or Kate for their birthday, but once you click Wooly, the tape will end. Turn around and you'll find a coloring book. Each page is the same thing with the same pattern to click on, not the same looking ones. So make sure you click on the 24/7 store first, the candy store second, and the meat store third, and each time you get it right, it looks more childish and disjointed. It's the same thing, just click on 24, candy, and meat until the last page pops up. It says guts, which is to unlock that toolbox. But once you unlock the toolbox, and now you'll get that achievement. And this time we are going to do the other version of this tape, which is basically watching and helping the kitten this time. So during recording, my audio got corrupted, so I had to replay this, so that's why you kind of see this a little bit different on the floor. But again, we are still going through this tape. I didn't do anything differently. We're still going on the same row, so just keep in mind that. Do not skip. There's a skip button here. Do not skip it yet because you need to have the first weather alert.
Wooly just made an animal sound. He said bah because he is a sheep. Can you make a sound like a sheep? That's great! You sound just like Wooly.
Wow, yeah.
Once you get the first weather alert for the thunderstorm, pause the tape, turn around, and play with the weather machine. You do not need to wait for it to talk or spin. You can go back straight into the television, and now you are able to skip it until you get to the part where you're needing to get the answer wrong once. Where you get the next weather alert, which is a tornado warning. Do the same thing, and now get the answer right.
No, that's not what they're called. Try.
The tornado goes.
You can now skip it until you hit the signs. Now the signs you have to also get wrong. It doesn't matter which ones you click on, whatever, you can click the snake, the spider, or the spider, the snake, or the snake twice, or the spiders twice. You need to get it wrong twice until you get the next one, which is a flood warning. You just go back to the weather machine, and now the tape will come out. The achievement will unlock. And now you just play it normally. Go to the sheeps, skip it, say the cat is alone, and make sure you press yes this time to help the cat.
Kitten is a.
Once the tape ends, put in the last tape. This will be a pretty much easy, straightforward. If we played it normally with the grandfather clock, it will play the actual tape. This is just part 2 of this particular tape where you'll see it keep skipping a lot of the scenes. But the correct answer, whatever's rotting, is the sandwich.
You're right! Do you know
She'll ask you what is the opposite of alive, which is dead. Again, you can still fuck with her, it's completely fine.
Dead is the opposite of alive. Good job! When an animal dies, it rots too. It looks like this kitten is in big trouble. It might die before anyone can help it.
Now, when she asks you again to help the kitten say yes, she will basically be standing there. I thought it glitched myself because when you're on PC, you have to wait a little bit for it to stop playing. But in here, you have to actually click on the cat's cage. Now the tape will end and you'll hear some music. Just turn around and you'll see a light. Just head towards the light. It's fine. It's okay. It's over now. You don't have to worry about Amanda, because now you're going to have the second ending, which is you being in the meat store and you are a part of those meats. Now this is going to be the third and final play session for this. The reason why I say third and final is because of the fact that this particular tape, just like the Help the Lonely Kitten, has two different endings. But before we even do the ending tape, we are going to have to again go into the kitchen tape. I kind of skipped over because I didn't do the scissors at all, so I did the scissors first. But yeah, we can skip through this entire thing and speed run it. Do the same thing with the oven. And then we do the same thing with this tape as well. But once we stop into the convenience store, pause the tape, because now we are finally once and only going to use the buttons on this robot. The buttons to click is 150325, and then press the check mark on the robot. You'll say, "Send my condolences to Kate," aka the librarian, aka your aunt, which is that letter that you saw in the beginning of the game. Go back towards the TV and you'll see there's lines and static. Amanda is now uncomfortable, doesn't want to play because of the news. Now what you do is go towards the piano and click the keys C, C, D, C, F, E. Basically the beginning of a birthday song. And now just pick up the candle and put it on the cake. We're going to go to the oven. Like I said, where I fucked up with the meat pie, this is what I was thinking of. You put 30 minutes, 325 degrees, and another candle will pop out. And as the cake melts, ignore that tape. Like I said, like on the outro, you'll see what I am talking about. But anyways, go towards that cabinet right where that little section is where you were getting the peach. There's a lock. The lock's code to unlock is 2862. Once that unlocks, pick up the bucket and go all the way towards the puddle until you see water go into the bucket. Pick up the bucket once the water is in there and throw it onto the robot. Now pick up the same bucket and put it back into the puddle, because you gotta wait until the robot destroys itself. You cannot pick up the helmet yet. Make sure to pick up the key. You can go and unlock that chest, or you can put the key on the ground for now to pick up the helmet like I did. You're going to pick up the helmet and go towards the bucket to throw it onto the bucket so you can get that fish to basically fly into the air. That last achievement will unlock, because now the other two achievements are for those two endings that you will get. You'll unlock the chest with the key, which is in the middle of the room, right next to the window. You'll pick up the tape and you'll put the tape into the TV, and you'll notice that Wooly isn't there anymore. If you were playing this normally, you'll know why.
Hi, I'm Amanda. When you're friends, you can share all kinds of things with each other. I can share my crayons with you, so you can have fun coloring too.
With the silly Mr. Fox, again, if you play this normally, you'll understand why silly old Mr. Fox is in a trap.
Friends can share toys. They can share snacks. I'll share some of my snacks with you. Which snack would you like?
Doesn't matter what snack you
Yum,
pick,
that's
just
my
click any
favorite.
snack.
Friends can share other things too.
But now she's
They
gonna
can
ask
share
you if she can
secrets.
tell you a little secret.
Can
Just
I
click
share a
no. We're
secret
going to
with
just
you?
click no for her for now.
Oh. I thought you were different.
Once the tape ends, turn around, you'll see the basement empty. It'll say leave, and just go where that light was where you went to go to the meat store. For that ending, it's just go towards there and you'll leave, and the credits will start rolling. Just hold A. There's no way to skip it unless you hold A until the credits end. You'll go back into the game and you'll just go back to that same cabinet to unlock it again, which is 2862. Grab the bucket again, put it into the puddle, make sure the water rises back up, go to the robot, throw it on the robot. You don't have to do the fish again. Just wait until he explodes in order for you to grab the key inside him, go back to that same chest, and now you can fast forward, make it a little bit faster in the tape, and this time you want to keep saying yes.
Are you sure? It's a big secret. Is it really okay to share my secret with you? I'm out there. Somewhere.
Once the cutscene ends, as you basically are able to grab a brick, throw it at the TV to tell her to fuck off because you don't want to help her, or aka you don't know what the fuck's gonna happen to her with the TV, so you just want that shit to end ASAP. Now, congratulations, you have gotten the last 2 achievements of Amanda the Adventurer. Now, the reason why you saw this type of ending is because of the fact if you didn't get all the lore tapes, you won't be able to get that stranger ending. So if you did all the lore tapes first, you would get both of those endings to see the sunrise. Now, this game is a really good game. I recommend playing this, but the only reason why you cannot play this is because of the fact that it's broken. I'll show this right here as that tape where you get from the birthday cake. There's supposed to be a scene where she says, pick something so we can basically do brain surgery on Wooly. This is supposed to be like a, oh, I got you, we're gonna use all 3. But instead, she just goes completely silent, and for some reason, you can't pick a single thing, and it just stops. You cannot get out of the tape, like, you can't press pause at all. You're just completely stuck on that screen, and there's no other way to do that tape, which sucks. So you can't even play it legitly if you wanted to, even if you tried. And you also saw the kitchen one in the beginning where it just pauses like that, but the only difference is you can pause there so you don't have to worry about it. There's probably other things as well, but I haven't really seen a lot. And it's not because of the fact that we skipped anything either. Now, the kitchen tape, though, I believe it only does it if you did skip for all the safe and stuff for the pause button, because I don't remember me getting stuck for the cake stuff. So that could just probably be just for that, for the pause button. But also being too is that that never happened on the PC or when it came out on Steam, so I don't understand that as a whole. There's also a thing I don't like because during the PC version you were able to type in your own answer, which is the whole gimmick of how you can mess with her, and basically where it's like a forced answer comes into play, and some of the times it doesn't work like that in here, which completely sucks. So one of the elements of the entire game is kind of lost. I also wish they had the beta version of this game as like a bonus mode that you can play, but regardless, this game is really fun. I do recommend you guys playing this. It's an easy 1000G, but I bought it just because of the fact that I adored playing it, and the fact that I can now get achievements just makes it more fun. Right now the game is $8.99 in the store. It's probably gonna go less probably later on if you want to wait for it to go on sale. It's completely fine. Like I said, if you even wanted to play this legitly, you kind of can't, just solely because of that one tape you can't even fucking play. So the developers, if you are watching this video, or if anybody wants to spread awareness to this game basically takes what, like 30 minutes, maybe 40 minutes just to get all the achievements, so it's not even that hard. It doesn't take that long either. It's a very nice horror game that has a good puzzle. It has a lot of replay factor too, as you see that there's like different types of endings, and there's also with the replay mode, as you can keep getting them wrong and basically like see her reactions to stuff. Those lore tapes also are pretty good. My favorite ones are the news report and the other one where Sam, the creator, aka the dad, sits with the woman for some tea and talks with the show. But there are certain elements that you see that kind of does the same thing with it in this game. Like the first one you get where the girl gets sucked into the tape. Either she gets sucked in or killed, but you don't really see it. It's more of like a mystery element towards it. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. Click that like button down below if you like it very much. Press the dislike button if you're a dick. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I also have a playlist right here if you want to click on that to see any other games that you would want to get to be able to get more achievements in your games, or need any other help for those types of games. I am Jesse197. Hopefully not gotten killed by Amanda and didn't be a pussy and didn't fight back. Because getting killed by a 5-year-old, fuck do I look like, a goddamn beta male? Or I could say Wooly because Wooly was also a pussy, but again, he did kind of fight back
I'm
and
fine.
lost.